What's up, Cancer? What's up? Welcome to Djehutyii channel, aka Djehutyii's readings. I hope everyone is doing great because I'm doing amazing. Thank you very much. So, hmm, here we are with another persona, should I say? And today we are doing Cancer. It's actually good because we are in Cancer season. But Cancer, I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say here about Cancer. And it's like, I think that as of now, this is one of the longest downloads that I've had. It's like Cancer, I kept getting downloads every single day. I kept getting downloads. So most likely I'm gonna have to do a part 2 or part 3, part 4, because I have a lot of information here, Cancer. A lot. Okay, and I feel like even though I have a lot of information in here, I still feel like this is not all. That probably in the future I'm gonna have to do more series when it comes to Cancer energy and persona. So for those of you that do not know what's this channel about, so this is about teaching anything that got to do with metaphysics, right? You know, we are basically here discovering, okay? So the things that I've learned, I'm now sharing it with you guys, and I'm passing the message to you guys. For some of you that might be interested in this, in this type of topics, yeah, just stay because you're going to enjoy it, I'm pretty sure. Also, the information that I have here, it comes from personal experience, from interactions, from observations, right? And simply understanding, and also through messages that I receive, which are called downloads. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be a really interesting one because I have so much information, Cancer. So yes, guys, so as I was saying, some things you might have heard, other things you might not be aware of, but the most important thing that I would like to say is that everything that you get in this channel, just add it to your personal life and personal information. Yeah, but I think that some of the things that I'm going to be teaching here, you might not find it anywhere, right? Not necessarily, how can I say, not necessarily some of the information per se, but how it has been put together, right? That's what I mean. So also another thing, I have a tarot reading channel for those of you that might be interested in tarot. I do my tarot readings, or I used to do. Now I'm kind of shifting because I'm doing these teachings, so I don't have much time. So yeah, so if you're interested, go check my tarot reading channel if you want to, obviously, and you might get some insight if you are in different phases of your life that you might need to get that doubt out of your mind. Go check my YouTube tarot channel. I'm gonna put the link below, but it's also on my bio, so you can go there and then just check the link. Okay, so this is moving a little bit and I don't like that. Hold on, guys, I'm still doing my settings. Hold on. Okay, felt like I was too high. Okay, that makes more sense. Now makes more sense. Okay. Right, so Cancer. Let's start. Am I gonna say that I might have to warn you guys, for some of you, small highlighting. Some information might be triggering, okay? So we are here I go deep into certain stuff, right? And but it's not with the intent to be malicious or anything of that sort. I'm literally teaching, and this is for mature people, okay? Right. So let's begin. So, Cancer. the star sign of Cancer. So in as I as I said in my Aries video, sorry guys, as I said in my Aries video, I do get downloads sometimes in a different language. So I'm sometimes trying to translate word by word, right, when I'm reading. So bear with me. So if I stop or I get some of my words mixed up, just don't mind it. Okay. So Cancer energy, Cancer star sign. So in the Hindu mythology, this sign is represented by the god of the moon god. See, we are started already, but don't mind me, okay, guys? Just flow, okay? The moon god, okay? And the moon god's name is Chandra, okay? Or Sona, okay? And it is a god that is androgynous, an androgynous god. I'm literally translating it, guys. Bear with me. But in mythology, this god is depicted as a man, a very handsome man that is on a chariot. Okay, that is riding a chariot. Okay, so in the tarot card, the what's it called? The chariot card, right, is ruled by the moon. Okay, so there's a connection in there. So the moon god is characterized as a man, a young handsome man. Okay, and he rides the chariot, and there's two horses at the front. Okay, of the chariot, and he does this during the night as well, right? So for those of you that are familiar with the tarot cards, you're going to see that the chariot card has two horses at the front, one black, one white. Okay, which symbolizes the balance. Okay, the opposite, and the balance between the opposite. Okay, so in my perception, I would say that these horses, these white horses, would represent the Jupiter. Okay, and you're gonna understand soon why I'm saying that. And in a more biological aspect, okay, so trigger warning for some of you. So in a more biological aspect, I would represent this as the what we call semen, or the vaginal fluid. Okay. So when we talk about, hold on. Okay. There's another point that I'm gonna connect about with this. What's it called? With the vaginal fluid and the private parts. Okay. I might add it now. So this phenomenon occurs because it. Okay, let me breathe. Okay, so basically, this connects with the fact that our private parts are in between our legs, obviously, and is usually represented by Scorpio, right? But we have to understand that Cancer has a primordial part when it comes to, or what's it called? What's the other word? Not part, but I forgot the word. But anyway, so they have an importance when it comes to how we come to this world. So Cancer is the primordial mother, right? So through the private parts, that's how we come to this existence, right? The physical, the material existence, right? And therefore, they're also represented by the death and life itself. Okay, so it's not only Scorpio. So with that being said, that your legs are represented and your thighs are represented by Jupiter. So there's another correlation in there, right? The private parts and then Jupiter. Okay, and all of this is going to make sense in a minute. So Moving on. When we talk about the moon in terms of astrology, the moon is seen by its feminine side, where the focus are in our emotions, okay, and on the subconscious as well, which represents the moon card, right, in the tarot. And this energy is maternal, and it is the connection with the water and fertility as well, right? So the Cancer star sign or energy can rely itself. Now, moving on a more mundane, what's it called? More mundane. Um, what's it called? Why do I keep forgetting my words? What's going on? Are you forgetful, Cancer? Do you have memory issues as well? Yeah, damn. Okay. Anyway, so so on a more mundane side of the sign, I would say that cancers can rely in addictions as well, okay? Drugs, alcohol, sex, etc. Okay? This can be really, you know, prominent in their lives, okay? And this happens because of the incapacity to deal with hurt feelings, okay? Or the sensitivity in terms of their emotions, or when life is not going well, or feel like the world is too harsh for them due to a specific circumstance that may have they might have what negatively impacted their emotions, okay? So these kind of situations can happen with cancer because we know that cancer can be sensitive. It's a sensitive star sign, okay? And certain emotions are too much for cancer, especially when you have what's it called, conjunctions and stuff like that. And if they have those kind of heavy conjunctions or aspects in their birth chart, that can cause the sign to become even more moody, more sensitive as well, okay? And also we have to check the transits, okay? But it will vary depending on the person. But on a normal basis, cancer can feel emotions very deeply. And also another thing is that cancer would feel other people's emotions as well. So it's a lot for them to take in sometimes, okay? So they can turn this into an addiction or take it out on addictions, and most people would never know that this is happening to them. So this is the thing, because cancer works behind the scenes, which I'm going to get there in a minute. Cancer works behind the scenes. So all of these kind of, there's certain things that cancer do that you would never guess if they don't tell you, okay? Because they're not the ones. Okay, you have some cancers that are more extroverted, etc., etc., but most of the times cancer is more, there's a mystery around cancer, okay? And they're not even the ones that will go and put themselves forward to tell you what's going on in their private life, especially if they don't know you, okay? If they don't know you, that's even worse, okay? They kind of have to feel you to make sure that they can open up to you as well, okay? Exactly. Okay, so this also, we go back to the tarot cards. I wasn't planning to teach the tarot cards in this series of the persona, but the download came and I couldn't let it go because otherwise I would have forgotten, and then it would be too much for me to kind of compartmentalize, okay, now we have to talk about the tarot and then separate it and talk about the persona. I think cancer is like a combination of the whole thing. You're going to see by the end of this video, you might see that the cancer is really the whole thing, right? I mean, pretty much like the moon is a circle, so it's kind of everything that goes on, all the topics mixed up together in one. But anyway, moving on. So yeah, we can go back to the moon card or the high priestess, which is the sense of there's an illusion going on, right? So the cancer will give you that illusion. There's an illusion. You don't know what's going on behind the illusion, right? Or also these addictions, drugs, whatever it is that they take, alcohol, it can cause these illusions. It makes you into a different state of mind, right? And then you have the High Priestess as well, which is a Cancer card. And the High Priestess is about secrecy as well. Okay, it's about knowing more than you speak. Okay, not revealing who you are. Okay, so the High Priestess is really the observational card, and that really matches when we talk about the fact that most people will not know that Cancer is going through certain addictions or certain periods of depression even. Okay, if they don't tell them. What else? Okay, so yeah, so talking about the moon, this is the reason why is because the moon also comes out at night. Okay, and also what, yeah, dreams are an energy of the okay, so the moon, yeah, like it's not like the sun or Leo energy that is in your face. Some, okay, that is in your face. Like the moon comes at night. At night you can't see things clearly, isn't it? And also the moon doesn't, it's not, can you see both sides of the moon? You can't. You can only see one side, and then the other one is hidden. And that one, we're going to come into that one later on, because we're going to tell you what's the other side of the moon. Okay, um and then also the moon rules dreams. Okay, so the moon card also talks about dreams, right, which is a Cancer, what's it called, which is a Cancer card. Okay, so the moon, the dreams happen behind, is it like a behind the scenes type of reality, if I may say. Okay. On the other hand, guys, bear with me, because I keep going back and forth when it comes to information. Okay, so as I said, as I get the downloads, I write down, and then later on it comes more, and then I remember that, okay, this is part of that one, but I've already written something else. You understand? So we're gonna keep going back and forth. Okay, it's a bit of a remix, no, a freestyle kind of description. Okay. So, on the other hand, we do have another more extroverted energy of Cancer. Okay, which is for those people that may have Mercury in Cancer. It depends really in which house it is as well, because that can impact the level of extroversion. Okay, in the person. So we can have the Mercury in Cancer, which is the Three of Cups in the tarot cards. Okay, and it's a card of socialization and having fun, a good time with friends, family, etc. Okay, party life and all of that. But then after the Three of Cups, we have the Four of Cups, which comes in, and it is a card of seclusion and dissatisfaction after the being open and out and about. Okay, so there is that thing as well about Cancer that most people might not even be aware of that. Okay, I think it's a sense of being overwhelmed. Okay, because we are talking about emotions. Okay, even though it's a card of happiness, the Three of Cups is a card of happiness and everything, going out enjoying yourself. It talks about positive emotions, but then there's also a overwhelming energy behind that. Okay, or after that, because you indulge in what's it called, you drink, you have fun, sometimes you have too much fun, right? You are in indulgence, and then after that you have to pay the consequences of it, right? And the Four of Cups is a card of like, yeah, okay, uh, I'm not really satisfied. Yes, I had fun yesterday and everything, but still there is something I'm not really, it doesn't say much to me kind of situation. Okay, and that can happen with Cancer, because also you have the moon that changes every 2.5 days. So there is that imbalance when it comes to emotions, and the fluctuations when it comes to Cancer emotions as well. Okay, and moody personality, right? Also, on another tone, I would say that Cancers love to cook, there is an emotional connection when it comes to preparing a meal for cancer, from the point that you are cutting the ingredients to watch them cooking, and then to serve them in a beautiful dish set, to people, to their family, to their partner, to their children, to their friends. Okay, there is all a whole lot of what's it called, dance or enjoyment in the in the process of preparing food for cancer. So it's so emotional, like, to them. There's an emotional connection. They love it. Okay, from what I've seen, cancers love to cook for their family, for the people. You understand? So they love to do those kind of stuff. Okay, they can also be okay. They can also be overspenders. Okay, so shopping wise, when it comes to shopping, and they are overspenders because they are emotionally spenders. Okay, that's what happens with cancer. They will spend out of because of the emotional you know their emotional in emotions, basically. Okay, so if they are in a bad mood or something happened, they might take it on shopping. Okay, cancers are quite sensitive. They will cry due to hurt feelings. Okay, I mentioned in the past that cancers are quite strong compared. Okay, so yeah, when I say I mentioned in the past, I mean because in my tarot channel I did some descriptions as well, personality descriptions. Okay, about the signs, and but that one was not in depth as much as in depth like this one. So that's what I'm saying. So for those of you that are interested, go into my tarot channel and you're gonna see the video in there. Okay, it can help you understand more. So yeah, so as I mentioned in the past, that cancers are quite strong compared to popular beliefs, and that Pisces are the crybabies. But cancer can be a crybaby too, because someone might have treated them or said something that they may consider harsh or inappropriate, and that will affect their emotions pretty much. Okay, as I said, they might not tell you. Okay, they might not tell you, but there's something registered there in their heart. Okay, their emotions. So be mindful when you are dealing with cancer, because you might think that, oh, it's a joke, but cancer didn't take it as a joke. It's a joke. Okay, pretty much like Scorpio. You did something to Scorpio, it might look like Scorpio didn't notice, but then years later Scorpio comes with the revenge, and then you are here like, oh, what's going on? What did I do? I didn't do anything. You understand? So be careful. Okay, so let me get comfortable. Right, so moreover, let's see. Do. Okay. Okay, cancer people are usually the men. Okay, are usually. Okay, so cancers are usually the men and the women that have sculptured bodies. Okay, there's a lot of star signs that have banging bodies, but cancer is one of them too. Okay, and they do practice physical exercises. Okay, and going to the gym, doing yoga, all that kind of stuff. Okay, cancer loves it. Okay, so most likely they will have the defined chest and the big arms, like proper fit bodies. Okay, and when I wrote this, I didn't think about the bodybuilders, but they could be also, cancers can also be bodybuilders. Most of the times the men that you see, like, they are big, very defined, very, physically attractive, they can be cancers too. Okay, Libras as well, they do have that physical aspect that is very strong, but cancers as well. Okay, and the chest, especially the chest, because the chest, cancer rules the chest, isn't it? The chest area, right? And the women as well, banging bodies, very sexy. Even if they are a bit more chubby, they have a nice body too. Okay, regardless of your body, guys, this is simple. I'm just saying this because of we're talking about cancer. Okay, not body shaming nobody or anything of that sort. Okay. What else? Okay, yeah, they can come in all sizes, tall, small, big, fat, skinny, whatever. Okay. Um, Okay, yeah. So cancer can be quite keen with their diet and looks. Not all cancers, okay? Not all cancers, because some cancers like to indulge, okay? But even within the indulging, is more so it's still healthy food, if I may say, okay? Not like Aries or Scorpio that will, just eat fast food and stuff like that. Let's see, like the greedy, even Virgo, okay? Yeah, so this is another thing that's very also true when it comes to cancer. So cancers, even as I was saying, even if they are indulging, okay, even if they feel like, okay, I've went above the limit that I was supposed to, and then they might have put on weight or something like that, they are capable of restoring their bodies again. Okay, they are able to go back and get fit again. Okay, so they can do that. They are able to do that transformation. Okay. Yeah, they are able to recover their bodies, yeah, and the appearance as well, to a more healthier way. So yeah, back to the cooking. Yeah, so the kitchen is often said to be the heart of the home. Okay, well, Cancer's rules the intuition. No, Cancer rules, yeah, the intuition, which is the spiritual heart. Okay, so whilst Leo rules the physical heart, okay, Cancers can work for okay, so now I went too quick. So basically Cancers rule Cancer is the home basically, but they say that the heart of the home is the kitchen, right? And Cancer rules the heart. Okay, the heart, no, the intuition. Leo rules the heart. Okay, so intuition, in my perspective, is the spiritual heartbeat of the heart. Okay, so and then where was I? Okay, so cancers also, when it comes to their working, the profession, everything, their career, cancers can work for organizations that support people that have that are victims of cancers, or they themselves can suffer from it unless they have great Jupiter placements, some exaltations, some conjunctions, and some trines. Okay, so back to the addiction issue, that can be due to the. Okay, so now we are talking. I'm getting hot, guys. Sorry, I need to. Sorry, my bad, guys. I need to. I'm getting hot. So back to the addictions and etc. Right. So that we can go back to the. Remember, I told you that I was going to explain the other side. What's in the other side of the moon? So, well, guess what? The other side of the moon is Capricorn. Okay, the other side of the moon is the devil. Okay, Capricorn represents the devil card in the tarot card. Okay, so that's the other side of the moon, and alongside the high priestess as well, right? So, and that's where you get the addictions that cancer gets. Okay, the addiction that cancer gets, it comes from that polar opposite, which is Capricorn energy, right? The devil card, which talks about these unhealthy patterns. Okay, and we know that your opposite polarity can impact you in your life as much as your main sign. Okay, and we're going to go into depth in a minute when it comes to those things. Okay, uh okay, yeah, another thing also that I've noticed is that people like cancers. People do really like cancers. um they, I mean, compared to a lot of signs that I've seen, like people really like cancers. People like, and cancer likes to be around people, right? But it's like people gravitate towards them. Okay, they don't. It's not like the first impression is to get a fight with a cancer. No, they gravitate. They empathetic and stuff like that with cancers. Okay, I've noticed as well that cancers might like to walk barefoot or bare feet. I don't know how you say it. Okay, so not wearing shoes. That's something interesting as well. and being probably is the connection with earth. Okay. Um. Okay, so back to the cooking again. Sorry, guys. I told you that this is like a boomerang. Okay, bear with me. So back to the cooking. Cancers love to cook. However, when affected emotionally, they can become quite sedentary, whatever that word is. Okay, so they might be reluctant to cook. Okay, they might become a bit lazy. There could be a level of laziness. Okay. Also, another thing now, cancers. I don't know if people notice, but cancers are funny as hell. Cancers are extremely funny. I listen. Cancers are so funny. It's absolutely crazy. You think that Aries, Leos, or Libras are funny? A Cancer will make your belly pain for days. Like you just gonna be crying of so much laughter. Like it's just crazy. Now, Cancer is so funny. That is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, and they are naturally funny. It's not like they even forcing it. They're naturally funny. That is very. That's something that is very very nice and very important to say as well. Now, on a more serious note, um, trigger warning: cancers can be victims. Oh, see, this is the thing. This is the thing about my downloads. I need to make an effort to start, compartmentalize. Hey, put these thoughts in order, right? Instead of them being all over all over the place. Because now we went from Kansas being funny 1 minute ago, and now we're gonna talk about, you know, what we want to talk about. I'm gonna tell you, right? So, guys, my channel is not for the weak. Okay, my channel is not for the weak. All right. So cancers can be victims of sexual abuse or be targeted by individuals who literally follow them. Okay, like literally follow them in real life, like real life predators. Okay, so cancers. This is something that it's a very delicate topic. So trigger warning, guys. But these are things that can happen. They can be on both ends. They can be the predator or the prey. Okay, and this has to do also with the tarot cards. Okay, and you can see this is something that can be seen amongst the water signs. Okay, we have the page of cups, but in the reverse position. Page of cups in the reverse position can talk about these kind of situations. Okay, so let's be mindful of that. Right. So yeah, so guys, so yeah, cancers, parents that have children that are cancers or water signs, you need to be vigilant when it comes to your children. Okay, these things happen. I've seen it. I've seen it. I don't want to say I've experienced it, but I've seen it. Okay, I'm gonna say I've experienced it, but in the future you're gonna understand why I'm saying that I've experienced it. One day maybe I might tell you guys. Right? So there is that. Okay? We also have the devil. Remember, the devil is there alongside cancer. So we have to understand that these kind of situations can go sour really, really, really quickly. Okay, the energies are not always beautiful, rose colored glasses. No, this is real life. Okay, this is real life, and these are things that happen. So it's better to be, aware of it than to turn a blind eye, and then when things happen you're going to be sorry. Okay. Not that I'm telling you that this will definitely happen, you must, but there is, great chances. Okay, depending on the person's chart, you know aspects and everything. I feel like I need to pause now. I've talked too much. I've talked for 34 minutes. So let's pause now because this was a serious topic. Okay, so let's pause. Now I'm getting a download as I'm live right now, and it feels as if I'm doing my tarot readings at the same time, because when I'm doing my tarot readings, when certain things happen, it's a message for me to transmit. So what I'm getting, I know that this is not tarot reading, but whatever. This is a metaphysical area, okay? So everything is part of it. Um, so Cancer, you might need to pause, okay? This is a message that I have for you. You might need to slow down, okay? You might need to rest, breathe, stop talking, Cancer, okay? Stop talking. You might need to do that, okay? Stop talking for a minute. Relax, pause. And I think with that being said, I'm gonna leave this here. Should I end the thing now? So I'm gonna pause this now, and I'm gonna do part 2 as well. Okay. See you guys soon, guys. Sorry.